Most people dream of living a long, healthy life, reaching their 80s and beyond with vitality, independence, and joy. But the truth is that many older adults unknowingly make certain mistakes that drastically shorten their lifespan after crossing 80. And these mistakes don't always come in the form of dramatic accidents or sudden illnesses. Instead, they creep in quietly through daily habits, mindsets, and choices. And in this narration, we will explore 5 critical mistakes that many older adults make, often without realizing the consequences. Mistakes that accelerate decline, increase the risk of disease, and sadly contribute to death shortly after the age of 80. But the good news is that each of them can be avoided, and by the end, you will know exactly what steps can help ensure that life after 80 isn't just about surviving, but thriving. Number 1, stopping physical movement and becoming sedentary. This might sound simple, but movement is medicine, especially in our later years, and unfortunately, many older adults slow down dramatically after 80. Assuming that rest equals safety, they avoid exercise because they fear falling, or they simply adopt the mindset that aging means slowing down. But the science tells a very different story, because muscle atrophy accelerates after 80 if we stop moving. And within just a few weeks of inactivity, older adults can lose strength, balance, and mobility that took years to build. And a sedentary lifestyle increases the risk of sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle loss. And without daily movement, muscles shrink, joints stiffen, and bones become brittle. And this doesn't just mean difficulty walking, it means higher risks of falls, fractures, and even pneumonia from lack of circulation. And one shocking statistic is that after age 80, hip fractures from falls carry up to a 30% one-year mortality rate. And many of these falls can be prevented simply by maintaining physical strength through light exercise such as walking, resistance training, or even chair yoga. And the difference between an active and sedentary 85-year-old can be the difference between independence and a hospital bed. Number 2, ignoring nutrition and eating too little protein. As we age, our appetite often shrinks. Many seniors eat less, not because they want to, but because taste diminishes, chewing becomes harder, or cooking feels exhausting. But eating less doesn't always mean eating better. And one of the deadliest mistakes after 80 is undernutrition, particularly not getting enough protein, since protein is crucial for maintaining muscle mass, repairing tissues, and supporting the immune system. And yet studies show that seniors often eat less than half the protein they need. And for adults over 80, nutritionists actually recommend more protein, not less. About 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight, because without it, muscle wasting accelerates, immunity weakens, and recovery from illness becomes extremely difficult. And poor nutrition also leads to frailty syndrome, a state where even minor stressors like a cold or a small fall can tip the body into rapid decline. So many deaths in advanced age don't come from one dramatic cause, but from a cascade triggered by undernourishment, which is why it is essential to prioritize protein from eggs, fish, lean meat, beans, or Greek yogurt. Add colorful vegetables and healthy fats for brain health, and hydrate regularly since dehydration is common and dangerous in older adults. And if appetite is low, it helps to eat smaller meals more frequently, because nutrition is not just about avoiding hunger, it is the foundation for resilience after 80. Number 3, withdrawing from social connections. We often think of aging as purely a physical process, but one of the biggest mistakes older people make is withdrawing from community and isolating themselves. Whether due to the loss of friends, mobility issues, or the feeling of being a burden, many seniors retreat into loneliness. But loneliness isn't just an emotion, it's a health risk. And research shows that social isolation in older adults is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, raising the risk of dementia, depression, and heart disease. And in fact, socially isolated seniors have a 50% higher risk of early death. And the human brain is wired for connection. And after 80, staying socially engaged is as important as taking medication or eating right, because conversations, laughter, and belonging stimulate the brain and protect against decline, and practical steps include joining community groups or senior centers, staying in touch with family through phone or video calls, volunteering to give purpose and connection, or even adopting a pet to reduce loneliness and extend life, because life after 80 isn't meant to be lived in isolation, and staying socially active can literally add years to your life. Number 4, avoiding medical checkups and ignoring preventive care. Another critical mistake is skipping doctor visits, and many seniors believe that at their age it doesn't matter anymore, or they avoid checkups out of fear of bad news, but avoiding preventive care can be deadly. And routine screenings, vaccinations, and checkups are essential after 80 because conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, and even cancers can be managed effectively when caught early. But when ignored, they spiral into life-threatening crises, and preventive care doesn't stop at 80. In fact, this is when it matters most, because simple interventions like managing blood pressure, getting flu and pneumonia vaccines, or adjusting medications can prevent strokes, infections, and hospitalizations. And another overlooked area is medications themselves. Since polypharmacy, or taking multiple drugs, is common among older adults, and without regular reviews, dangerous interactions can occur, leading to falls, confusion, or organ damage. And so seniors should see their doctor at least twice a year, keep vaccinations up to date, review medications regularly with a healthcare provider, and never ignore new symptoms because early action saves lives. And health after 80 doesn't have to be a gamble, since preventive care is a powerful tool for longevity. Number 5, giving up on mental and emotional growth. This one may surprise you because many people assume that after 80, learning, exploring, and setting goals are behind them, but the brain thrives on challenge and novelty at any age, and when older adults stop engaging, their minds' cognitive decline accelerates because the brain is like a muscle. It weakens when not used, and dementia risk skyrockets when seniors stop learning, problem-solving, and creating. But those who keep their minds active through reading, puzzles, music, or even learning a new language show slower cognitive decline and a stronger sense of purpose, and neuroplasticity doesn't disappear after 80. The brain continues to adapt and grow when stimulated, and seniors who keep learning are not only sharper, but live longer, happier lives. And practical steps include taking up a new hobby, such as painting, gardening, or playing an instrument, doing daily brain exercises like crosswords or memory games, learning something new such as technology, a language, or a skill, and staying curious by asking questions, exploring, and challenging oneself, because purpose, growth, and curiosity keep the spirit alive and the body follows. So to recap, the 5 deadly mistakes older people often make after 80 are stopping movement and becoming sedentary, ignoring nutrition and eating too little protein, withdrawing from social connections, avoiding medical checkups and preventive care, and giving up on mental and emotional growth. But here's the empowering truth. Every one of these mistakes can be avoided. And living past 80 doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean wisdom, connection, and continued joy. And with daily movement, nourishing food, social bonds, proactive health care, and a curious mind, many older adults not only live past 90, but do so with independence and happiness. And longevity isn't just about adding years to life, it's about adding life to years, the years. So don't let these mistakes cut your story short. Instead, embrace every day as an opportunity to keep growing, moving, and connecting, because after 80 life is still very much worth living.